Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We are back in our republic, upgrading housing a little bit to allow for more population growth. But the main purpose, after successfully finishing our challenge, is to still build the bridge and then build a rail line to the west and ride the train to close off this challenge, I think. The challenge is already done. We got 1,000 citizens from only 10 migrants. We managed to keep them alive and happy for most of it, and that's all that matters. As I said, we're upgrading this area to some better housing. It's gonna look a little bit wonky, but that's the way it's supposed to be, I guess. Currently flattening existing housing blocks, putting in another heat exchanger, creating a new park area with maybe a few sports facilities. Yeah. That's basically it. Maybe I can give them an outdoor swimming pool here. Would be nice if we could get that locked in behind some trees, so they have a little bit of cover away from, well, some ice. Something like that. And plant some trees here and leave that as an outdoor pool. I guess having the woodcutting trucks driving right across it and logging down trees might be a bit weird. I don't know. We'll leave it. Maybe we'll find a place for it. We have an indoor pool. That should be enough. Better air quality too. What we started last time was implementing a sewage infrastructure into our existing settlement, which is nearing completion. We have one more pipe going all the way to the sewage discharge, and after all of that is in place, we can actually go ahead and start building the water infrastructure. I recommend building sewage before water, otherwise the toilets are gonna work in reverse. If there's only water inflow but no sewage outflow, you might have a problem. In the meantime, we've been letting our US currency recover. We made a decent profit when the price for boards recovered a little bit. I think it might be a good idea to have longer trains, so we do fewer exports, let the market price recover a little bit more. We also started research towards fire prevention. I think in our case, residential apartments sounds good. I kinda like all of these. Usually I start with industry because that's where most of the investment is. But since we are population focused, we will go for residential infrastructure. And the other thing I wanted was a pollution monitor. So we could see where pollution is, followed by research to go towards recycling. Because the waste being generated here actually could give us a little bit of reason to try and turn that into usable materials. But we'll see. Okay, that pipe is being built. Not quickly, but it is. Our money is recovering nicely by the fact that we are building a lot right now. We still have to pay attention to the money that we have, because once we start using steel here, it'll take a lot to actually get finished. And I might have to send out our trucks again to maybe import some steel into storage here. I wonder if I should put that one closer to this area. Maybe at some point. The area is what it is right now. Demolition is finished. I said I wanted to have a footpath go through here, but I will check if I can actually put a sports facility in the area instead. I was going for a large football playground, and apparently we can fit that here. If we flatten the area appropriately. Or just like that, I guess. So this supposedly would work. We'll flatten it a bit after placing. And we'll put some footpaths in. I might have to redo that. It's not perfectly okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfectly centered. We're just gonna place it without grid snapping. It'll be fine. Need to stop worrying about that so much. Yeah, sure. And that will replace this football playground. We must have a waste storage in the area, which is going to be this one. Hopefully it'll be in range, but it should be. It has 125 meters, that should easily cover that. And if it doesn't, then this one surely will. Oil price going up is not great for us. That will raise the fuel prices. Okay, I guess we'll... This makes a weird footpath. Like, people will surely just cut across this way. Yeah. If I saw a footpath like that in real life, I'm sure I would see people cutting that straight away. Even though it looks kind of fancy from above, it's kind of awkward to use. Anyway, we'll get set up on that and pause these again. Okay, the orphanage is at the point again where it will get annoying. We could institute a larger orphanage, but I don't know if I want to do that. I guess maybe I should care about my people and just give them another orphanage instead. Maybe a proper large-scale one. It has the same warehouse capacity, which is kind of weird. It is much more steel efficient. Slightly more than double steel for almost 4 times the amount of people. I guess we'll have a very large orphanage. I also wanted to rebuild the police station and redo this area, but that might have to wait. The orphanage was here previously. I guess we could have it next to the residential buildings. I'll wait. How's the police station doing? Police station is doing fine. I guess we'll relocate the police over here onto this road. And we'll tear down this police. We'll do the same for the courthouse, I think. Can also be in this area instead. I guess I'll probably plan for a road that can go in here sideways, so we have a little bit more room for buildings that we could develop in this area. Let's flatten it out before we place anything. Let's lower the height. Small courthouse should still be sufficient. And yeah, this is mostly non-critical infrastructure, so a gravel road should be sufficient as well. People can walk here to work, and that's all that matters. Then we can tear down these facilities, and we'll also relocate the prison in this area. Basically to close off the area, I guess. Put this all in here. I really need to get more bulldozers, make the flattening happen way faster. If I were to use a building blueprint, it would go much faster, but sometimes it looks kind of weird. Let's try. Let's flatten it a bit more. Okay, no, that looks fine. Let's unassign this temporarily. A waste storage in this area. Let's see if we can still fit the police station back, although I have a feeling that that might be a bit much. Seems like it could work. Yeah, that seems okay. Sure. Right next to the logging area, so it's not very quiet, but hey, what can they complain about? We'll have to relocate all prisoners, relocate all goods, and then just have our new area over there. And then we can turn this into maybe a little bit of a low density residential area going up the hill. Flatten out this to have a little bit more high density residential area if we want to. But what we need to worry about is, of course, the capacity of our heat exchanger, which is getting close to the limit of its 300 cubic meters. At 245 right now. We'll have to set up a new one. Everything can still hook up to the existing heat exchanger down here, so we'll be fine. Water, sewage and electricity are provided for. A 100 tons of bricks left. What are we building right now? Lots of plumbing, lots of construction tasks still ongoing. Haven't even started with the new heating pipes yet. That one will happen at a later time. First long heating pipe set up, second one receiving resource deliveries right now. After that, the sewage tank will be hooked up. And then we should not forget about the footpaths to the sewage pumps. Or, well, sewage pump in our case. And the sewage switch over here, so that they also get built. Heating plant sometimes stops production because it doesn't get workers reliably. And the snowplows are lagging a little bit behind, but there should be... Well, I say that, there should be more workers heading here. I don't see a bus going there right now. There's one. Only 7 workers. Seems like taking away all the workers for construction tasks is a little bit of a bad idea. But then again, we only take like 7 per bus load. So it shouldn't be that problematic, but it is. We should get through winter. We have enough workers getting here from time to time. Sometimes there's a shortage of workers, but the heating plant usually recovers. And then more workers arrive. So a little bit of a cold in our grocer shopping center area. But yeah, the heating plant can pick up the pace to deal with that. We'll be fine. University is a bit cold, 14 degrees. Football playground being dug out, doesn't need anything, just an excavator, very nice. That means we can also demolish this one, make it obsolete, replaced by a larger one. I don't know if I have a excavator in the demolition office right now. Probably not, no. Well, our excavators are free again, so one of them can move into that office and help with demolition tasks. I think our trucks for the quarry were already repaired, okay. As I said last time, we'll just let it run until the excavator is like super worn down, and then we'll abandon the stone quarry for now. Doesn't really need to make me use that much micromanagement to keep it intact. All resources have been delivered for the plumbing. Let's get some foreign workers to build it. Gotta refuel. Yeah, I should probably make longer trains to make this more efficient. They shouldn't be so long that the loading speed slows down, I think. But maybe actually that doesn't matter. Maybe just longer trains in general are better. Sawmill is running really slowly. Not enough workers. We have a lot of wood inside the open storage here that needs to be chopped up. Okay, bringing foreign workers here now to finish the construction. Help speed up the construction process a little bit. So we can have a reliable water and sewage network in the area. Not enough workers, but once more and we should be done. Not so much for the park area. I guess we'll have some greenery. Make it look a little bit presentable. Not sure how that's gonna look, but it's something. No loans, good income, but as I said, the steel is going to hit us once the bridge finishes its brick pillars. Well, we should be okay. Looks like we got enough to build these flats as well, which would be the last flat that we need to relocate our remaining citizens out of this area. So I guess we are going to do that right now. Everyone from here build that building. And once that one is done, you can do whatever you want again. But right now you have to all go onto that construction site, and the road cranes will come over to help. I'll move these road cranes back. I think that's okay. We're short one road crane, that's why. Yep, there we go. Once the road cranes are here, this is going to go relatively quickly. Don't have that many workers. But yeah, we have the capacity for it, I'm pretty sure. Then we'll relocate the building, people from this building and demolish that one too. Football playground has been demolished. Get that out of the way. I will also demolish this road partially, because this area will need to be flattened. So it was built a little bit too early. Well, let's check again. This will need to be an upward slope. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe this is actually going to be the rate of the slope, because this is quite steep up here. I'll make that decision a little bit later. 2/3 of the way done with the construction, going reasonably quick. Some complaints, but yeah, they can go work in other places once they're done with their current task. That will put more strain on the heat exchanger, but right now we still have enough capacity. Could have another building, I think, but yeah, let's be a little bit careful, I guess. Less than 100 work days. I'll relocate everyone. No one may move in here because this building is going down. And you can work wherever you want. Should be able to reach everything. Shopping center, bus stop. It'll be fine. Gravel deliveries are a little bit slow for the pipe constructions. Maybe it is going to be a better idea to have a gravel loading from the customs house right now. So let's do that. We'll stop bringing resources here and get this removed. But then we also have to make sure that our other construction office, which is assigned to pick up gravel here, does have another source. Hello, Rubber Duck. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everyone to our 10 pop challenge extra, which basically means building a rail line to the west so that we can ride it in first person, because I want to see how a mountain pass rail line looks like. So this is currently our one and only goal left, to build this rail line to the customs house. Because I felt like riding along a steep mountainside could look quite interesting. I'll have to wait and see. The bridge is taking an awful long time to construct. But this is the longest and I think most difficult part of the construction process, so we should be fine. How did your stream go, Rubber Duck? I mean, I saw most of it. Any new changes in the last half hour? Yeah, we can reach both waste storages, no problem. Got enough capacity here. Clothing factory is picking up work again with a few workers, mostly prisoners. But sometimes a worker moves in. At least I've seen them previously. But even if you're only producing clothing with prisoners, that should be enough. Might reduce our export capabilities a bit if people can't get there. But there are a lot of tasks to do. So let all workers pick stuff that they want to do, and they'll be fine. Nothing bad happened, I only stopped all construction. Hope I can get more ruble now. Yeah. You seem to have almost all of the money in loans already. Gets quite dangerous. But at least you had 1.5 million left, so you have enough time to make an emergency change. Seems like you were profitable anyway. It's just you had a lot of construction ongoing. Over here, we're building fairly slowly and chaotic, but we do have 3 universities already, as you saw last time. Need more children. Need more children. Go for the birth rate increase research again. Okay, so gravel shouldn't be an issue anymore. I guess we don't have a gravel delivery destination anymore for our distribution office, so we can remove this. Our only destination, which was the local storage, has been removed, since we now just send all dump trucks back to the customs house. Until we build something a little bit more permanent. Maybe by train delivery. This should speed up our construction of the piping quite a bit, because then I can actually get gravel at a reasonable pace now. Let's send some foreign workers to the water tower. And the pump. Don't need any workers here just yet. We already have chemicals. I might delegate a dedicated truck for the chemicals. But for now, it's fine. Water can be picked up from the water treatment plant, but only once we start actually making water. So right now I just have to leave it at the customs house. We have a water well. We are missing the pump. And then we could purify water. Still have to lay out the water distribution, but as I said, it's just going to be passive water slowly flowing into the residential buildings. This town should not get much larger than it currently is. I need some workers here. This one is still being dug out. As is. Oh, this is already being constructed, so I must say I like the open space in between two housing areas. Gives it a little bit of space for a grocer, sports facility. I think I'll try and use that later on. When I try and build some larger towns again in a different game. Maybe not a run, but I mean we still have our old games that I just stopped when I started this run. I do like starting a lot. We need a footpath here. Otherwise we're not going to finish that pump. So it's going to be best to have that. Did some building just complain about... Oh, it was this one. No. One building complained about low health. Maybe they moved in and then immediately went away again? I don't know. Okay, dirt footpaths can go away too. Not sure if I will make some permanent footpaths for these. This one, I guess, deserves one. These ones, I guess why not? We'll have to plant a tree next time we load the save game. The tree in the middle of the roundabout looks nice too though, I think. It's not really a roundabout, but almost one. Yeah, our US currency is recovering quite nicely. It might be a good idea to grab some steel. There are some bricks in here. I guess we'll take you out and assign you to steel, and we'll just leave the storage as is. So go grab some steel from the west and bring it here. We'll try and keep our US currency at 100,000. But if we get more than that, we can grab some steel to help our rubles. Definitely have to flatten this. I want to flatten this too, but if I take this footpath out, there's gonna be absolute chaos because they can't reach most things anymore. I guess we could make this an elevated and small elevated flat here. I think west to east is probably better. $60 tons of bricks left. Our truck should still be bringing bricks here. Oh, we have a lot of bricks. Our truck is just sitting here. I guess our construction office is doing something else right now. Sorry, it's done by the rear construction office. Yeah, there's definitely enough bricks here. They keep that well supplied. Just takes a while. I think I'm gonna turn this into... I'm gonna turn this area into gravel. I'm gonna leave this as a green space, I think. I'm not sure if that's gonna look great, but we'll try. Okay. I was thinking... Ah, no, that's... I mean, that's about the size of a footpath. Oh. Seems okay. Asphalt road, much larger. Airplane road. We could use that for some accentuation, maybe. Not sure if we can restore the soil in here. Okay, it doesn't kill the trees, which is nice. Not sure I get this monument in here while having it hooked up to the footpath. Seems like it doesn't like that idea. close. Hello, Villainous. Welcome. 2 more workers and resources for you. Just for you. I hope the woodcutting post doesn't chop down any trees here. But it should be outside of range. Let me know when that pump finishes, because then we can run water purification. You got enough workers? Okay. But do you have the resources? That's the question. Well, then you got everything. No problem. This could be the hospital area replacing the clinic, I guess. We'll be happy with that. Okay. I kind of want to upgrade you to a 8 wagon train, but I think that might be too long. How long is our lumber train? Where is our lumber train? 107 meters. 67. So the train is 7 meters. So each train car is 15 meters. Could add 50% more train cars, might be enough. But it might slow down the crop loading at the cargo station. But we already have enough, like... We have enough time until harvest season, so the loading speed is not a problem. Okay, let's up the priority on the pump. I want to move over the water purification. And then the sewage system needs to be finished. Which I guess we only have 1 pipe left. The rest is all hooked up. Even the sewage pump is done. The building over here also got removed, so this area is now freed up as well. And I don't know what to put here. Could relocate the school, but the school is already fine, I think. Let's put 6 workers in there. Could also be a green space area. Maybe with a small fountain in the middle. So I saw someone making it look very easy drawing roundabouts. All they did was go this way, draw it like this, and then finish it up. So I just need to be a little bit more free-form with my roundabouts, I guess. But that's not symmetrical. That doesn't work. No. How did they do it? Okay, this doesn't even line up properly. Let's try the roundabout first. Yeah, if I don't care that much... Okay, I can move the center around, but I have to get the alignment already, so it's probably better if I place it that way, because I do have the center area narrowed down. Then we'll have a roundabout from here, I guess. That's gonna be way too small. I wish there was a key to prevent snapping. So this central lines up nicely. All we need now is for you to line up with this. Oh, that works. That's round enough for me. Not round enough for the fountain though. Too small. Oh, I guess it doesn't like placing the fountain after the footpaths have already been placed. Yeah, it should be facing that way, if at all. And these footpaths look weird. Sure, just some gravel. Some footpaths, small park area. I would like to redo this segment. If I can, but that's probably going to interrupt the whole thing. Well, maybe if I get rid of this and this. That looks better. Oh, it flattened. Oh, it made this into a corner again. Very nice. Pumping station is done, which means we have water in here. And that means we can accept workers here if they can walk to this area, which they currently can't. Unless they wait so long at the bus stop where they don't get picked up that they actually do walk to the area. But right now they don't. So what we kind of need is a footpath going this way. Which gets in the way of me trying to flatten this area. But this can be built already. This is not going to change. And then we'll try and get a footpath connection over into this area. After we've relocated the police, courthouse and jail. Birth rate increase. Research is done. So university education may resume as per usual. Pollution detector is halfway done. I'm going to increase the amount of workers in this area up to 5. I think our population can handle that. Should make research a little bit faster. The firefighting research can be as slow as it is right now. That will be fine. No bushes there, I guess. At least not yet. Prison is relocating. We'll relocate everyone first. Make sure this is staffed, make sure it has all the resources, then relocate everyone and then draw out the resources from this building. Take it nice and slow. The courthouse we can instantly relocate because there's nothing in here. Okay, I guess we have to wait for the cases. That we don't cancel any cases that we don't want to cancel. You don't have any children. You have 2 children. Yeah. I guess this area will turn into a place for an orphanage. Maybe even this residential building will be removed and we'll just put an orphanage midway up a hill here. That could be reasonable. Okay, this hasn't been hooked up yet, so it's not working. Increase priority on both of these. I forgot that that one also needs to be built. 20 tons of gravel for the plumbing. Then we'll have the sewage pipe, and then we just need the sewage switch. And it can go away automatically. Then we'll just need workers for our water purification plant, which I guess we can temporarily get here with a dirt footpath. That will be fine. No problem with that. Since this building is assigned to specific buildings, we also have to tell them to go to the water purification plant, but since it only needs 5 people, no problem. And the drinking water problems are gonna go away as soon as it makes its own. Okay, once the sewage has been hooked up, we can build in the water network, which is just gonna be switches and pipes. There should be no pumps necessary, unless I wholly underestimate the water consumption of this area. We are going to have a capacity of 65 cubic meters about, with the passive water pressure going through the pipe. So if it's not enough, we can pressurize the output, I guess. Alright, but yeah, we have water available locally now, so water can be picked up from the water purification plant. Don't have a sewage unloading station yet, but I guess we could also put that in place over here, just to get rid of sewage locally. The last 2 pillars of the bridge are being built, and then it's time to use up a lot of steel to put the truss on top. A little bit of concrete, gravel and steel, and we'll have the sewage switch over here done. I'm looking at this, trying to find what I like, trying to find what I don't like, to make a high density area that has a nice green space in between, and seeing where to fit the lower density buildings next to the high density residential buildings. Right now everything seems to be working okay. Looks like the prison is slowly finishing up. Get some foreign workers in there. Almost done with the gravel deliveries to the last pipe for sewage. Now we just need the prefab panels to build it, and we got it. But apparently they are deciding to bring gravel to footpaths right now, which I will put at a lower priority. Building the groundworks with workers is fine. Doesn't take that much. I guess I haven't even run over those bridges with a train yet, but I guess we'll do that once. I guess I could take the construction train at night. Please don't be janky, please don't be janky. Ah, that's okay. Quite smooth. Lots of trees right next to the train tracks. Okay, incoming train to the logging area, I guess. Indeed it is. Yeah, the bridge felt nice. Bridges, that's true. Wasn't too janky, looked nice. No problems with the terrain, it looked like. Seemed like everything was quite smooth. Okay, I'll get rid of this building for now. As I said, there might be an orphanage here. Maybe this road will end into the orphanage, and the road will not cut over back to this side, but I do kind of want that connection. Otherwise it's going to be awkward. Foreign workers finishing up the new prison. Need one more set of workers to finish this. We can take our workers from locally to finish it, I guess. And then just grab the same distribution office, attach it, and we're done. And then empty out the first prison. Which I guess I can set up right now. Prison. Load the resources from here. drop new resources in here. Set a loyalty requirement to make sure no disloyal people show up. Clothing is gone. Once the food gets unloaded from the building, we will take the prisoners out and relocate them. And then we also have to relocate the prison bus route. I guess there might have been food already delivered. No, not yet. But food is coming. Food has just arrived. And there we go. We'll wait for this one to empty out. It's resources. We will relocate the prison bus route to the second prison. And then I should probably change that for the route instead of the vehicles individually. I thought I had 3 buses. Did I only have 2? There you go. And you. Yep. Was clicking the wrong vehicle, trying to assign to the first original line, which was incorrect. But yeah, we'll empty out these storages. We can. I guess it's already full. Guess we grabbed a fresh set of resources, at least for the food. Yeah, the food can be bulldozed. But if we get most of the meat out, that will be fine. I guess this is enough. We'll bulldoze this now. Still need the waste storage locally. Otherwise we're gonna have some waste problems. The amount of prisoners here gets too high. Sewage switch is done. So sewage trucks are not needed anymore for our town, not even the logging area. That means we can hook up the water network now if we want to. Water will come from that water tower. And then it will have to go here, here, over here, and here, and here. So we have 5 connections. Which means we need 2 of these at the minimum, but probably more, just so we have the option to expanding it. All the pipes. This is not going to be as orderly as it potentially could be, but that's okay. Can we actually make that connection on such a short distance? Yes, we can. There's a sewage tank in the way. Make sure the footpath is hooked up too. Then we have 2 more water connections on this side, and that should be it. If we don't count the heating plant area, that one can probably still receive water deliveries by truck and will be fine. Do we even need water? I mean, it's basically providing to the clothing factory. And this one. Anything else? This, oh, the logging camp. Okay, well, small water pipe, I guess. That should be it, I think. I think that hooks all of them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should have running water here. Not requiring all water trucks. For the town at least. But water consumption is gonna go up quite high. And also the pipes will need steel for construction. But not too much. Let's build up you. Might be a bit of unemployment during that time, but that's okay. We'll send the other workers over here. So that one can also be built once it gets to concrete. Here's our police station. No cases. Relocate the police car. And get rid of that building. Last up, the courthouse. And then we have this area freed up. Maybe to get the road connected through here. Maybe to build an orphanage. Definitely clean things up a little bit. Oh, ooh, unemployment. Yep, let's open up the building to let people in, otherwise they're not going to have much fun not doing anything. Just need 2 more deliveries or 3 more deliveries of concrete. And we're done. Put that on high priority so we make sure the concrete deliveries actually happen. Also, all of our prisoners escaped because no one is working here. Because I assume the only building that I'm assigning to work is not going there right now. Well, hopefully they do now. 1 prisoner stayed at least. Lots of cases. Yeah, I think a green space area with all the smaller buildings in the middle of like the residential buildings could work quite well. And if I decide to make like a high density area with no green spaces, then a large shopping center kind of structure would make sense. I mean, we still need our shopping centers for electronics, etc. But in general, we can make more use of the small grocers. Unfortunate about the prisoners, but we're gonna catch them back. We don't have a crime issue just yet. But yeah, let's send all the workers back into the courthouse area and get that one done. We do need 1 more delivery of concrete, but it should be heading here right now. And I guess that's gonna be enough workers. Hopefully the concrete is not too far away. It isn't. Almost right on time. Here's our courthouse. We'll let that one get settled in. And at some point we'll have to demolish this one. Lots of cases right now. Might have to raise the sentences for serious crimes. Quite a few of them. Yeah, we'll just let it get fully staffed. It's fine. Pollution monitoring station is done. We are now going to head down the recycling path. I want to teach my citizens how to put the correct trash into the correct bin. Let's add as many workers as they want here to finish the cases, and then close it down when no serious cases are present, because those cases don't migrate over and we can't move them over. They will have to finish in this building. Or be cancelled, basically. Which I guess isn't the worst. Let's up serious crimes to 7.5 years. Right in the middle of a trial of someone who now has to spend 6.5 years in prison. Got a more lenient sentence because, well, we raised the minimum sentencing during the trial, I would assume. Okay. Maybe we can finish the sentences before the next serious crime moves into the courthouse and then shut this down. Seems like it should be doable. Oh, ambulance not arrived. Well, I guess we do need a proper hospital for this area with it's 1,400 people now. Alright, finish your cases. And off you go. Hopefully we have enough workers in the area. Don't see why not. Slowly developing the two more green space areas. I mean, we do have two statues right next to each other right now, but this one has been here since the start, and I guess even though we don't really have any residential buildings anymore, it might still remain. Alright, a large orphanage. Well, we are still demolishing that, so we'll have to check that later. No water has been hooked up quite yet, but soon. Heating wise, we still have 65 cubic meters left. Let's finish that residential building with you. Should be doable. I don't think there's gonna be trees allowed here. And a little bit of, I guess, texture. Gravel footpaths on the or the gravel roads on the asphalt look super weird. We probably need to upgrade all of this at some point. Sure. Why not? Hello, Hailstorm. Welcome. I'm trying to be more aesthetic again. Trying to make a town that looks more appealing after doing the challenge, so we're rebuilding this while our construction office is building, well, the bridge, which is almost done. Just need a bunch of steel right now. We did deliver some steel, did we not? We did deliver the steel already, but also went back into storage, so we gotta get more steel. It does drop us below 100,000 US dollars, but that's okay. We can save up a little bit later. Still not using any water. The pipe network is still being built. But we should finish it this year, no problem. And maybe we can start with the heating network construction as well. It's not a lot of workers in here. I hope you figure things out. I mean, I probably demolished the building that was assigned to this one, but they usually figure things out. 71 higher education. We're still looking very good. How's your day, Hailstorm? I hope you have a reasonable, acceptable, and somewhat not too warm day today. And everything is fine. Okay, this waste storage can technically be removed. Yeah. If the water one needs a storage, we'll drop one in. But the internal storage is already 6.5 tons, which is very large. Oh no, it removed the tree here. Dang it. I can't replant it until we reload. I have to put down some more gravel then. And we have to include the waste storage here. And this one. This one was supposed to be removed after we got the new one in place. This one. Yes, you can reach all this waste storage, and you can reach the large one, right? No, you can reach multiple. Sure. Excellent. Okay, orphanage. Can we put an orphanage here? Probably. Might have to remove the footpath temporarily, but that's okay. I also might have to just get more bulldozers because this is taking a while. With the only one bulldozer that I got. Alright, so you want to hook up here. That means... oh, there's still one being demolished. Which I guess is fine. You don't want to flatten this, you say this is fine. Well, I'll be... it's a little bit wonky. Rid of this one. This footpath. And try again. Sure. Good enough. And then the orphanage over here, I guess. A large orphanage, apparently. This is all too close to the building already. I think this looks a little bit weird. Yeah, it made that pretty narrow. Try again. I really need some more bulldozers. Could get the better one from the west, but it's too far, I think. Just get two more cheap ones, speed things up a bit. Yeah, we're working on the orphanage, give us time. Pause that. Still haven't built the gas station yet. If I built the orphanage here, the footpath into this area might be interrupted a little bit. I guess we could also put the orphanage up here. Yeah, let's, if it fits up here, that might be a better area. Oh yeah. That would work. Once the garbage storage has been removed, we will have to rebuild that. We do put the orphanage up here, but seems like it's going to be a good place. I also feel like maybe I can hook this up here. Like that. Makes a bit more sense. And the footpath down here, we'll just have to build after we put in the slope back here. We can have another residential building in this area and then have the footpath come down and go in between the buildings connecting to this footpath area. I guess we can choose the other tower of the same looks here. Should have probably waited. Waited with placing everything until we get the area flattened out. Now that the bulldozers are here, we can smoothen this out hopefully. It's a little bit too wide. Ah, that works. Nice. Hey, congrats on achieving your goal. What is your next goal going forward in the series? My only goal left for this series is building the rail line to the west, exporting some lumber there, and basically riding the train along our mountain pass area. So this is the only goal left for this series. I will be starting another series at some point. I might take a break and do another game in between to relax a little bit. So no other goal for this one other than that. So some scenic building, nice. Yeah, I'm also trying to upgrade our town and beautify it a little bit. Using some terraforming tricks to get this look a little bit more appropriate again. Oh, I guess I could have this angled. That wouldn't be half bad. Too steep, you say. I guess what we could do is use a road to flatten this a little bit. Out here. Get a bit of a slope here, if it lets us. No grid snapping. Too steep still. Is there some specific reason I'm streaming at 936p? Never seen that before. I did look up where there was a reason for when a game has a lot of variety in its pixels and there's a lot of movement. I basically looked for what I could do with the 6000 bitrate that Twitch supplies, so I picked that number because supposedly it was the highest resolution that you could go for, where you didn't get motion blur when you moved around. That's the reason why I went with that. And I think in most cases it works fairly well. So whenever I zoom around and scroll around, the background shouldn't blur as much. It was mostly useful for a high intensity game, like racing games. But it seems to work fairly well for this too, I think. I had some blurring issues in other games. That's how I tried and fixed that. I don't remember where I found that knowledge. Somewhere on the internet. Okay, that's a very steep footpath. But I have seen these things. They do happen. I would like to smoothen that one out. That one is still too steep. I did flatten it out in a weird way. Good point, probably someone doing some insane testing. No, I think they just did math. I think it was like 6000 bitrate equals that amount of pixels that you can update without requiring the calculation that Twitch does to get your resolution down to an acceptable level. I think they just did math on that instead of testing. Okay. Money's looking really good, but I guess we didn't have to import steel recently. We got it from the western border. Still no. Okay, it's not sending anything because the footpath is not connected, but it has used up all of the water, so we do need to hook this up again. Otherwise, our people are gonna run away for not having any drinking water. So hopefully they can work in here again relatively soon. Yeah, we have a lot of water throughput now. And the orphanage. about that height. Okay. Let's try and smoothen out the rest. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Give me that building again. There we go. It's pulling it in the wrong direction. It's too small for this. Alright. State infrastructure, orphanage. I guess I'll put it sideways. Oh, there's a dirt footpath here. I can remove that. Might allow us to place it a little bit closer. Maybe not. What's here? Seems like it's complaining about the pipe being in the way. Okay, we have to raise this up a bit. Will I try out City Skylines when it comes in October? I don't know if I will try it right away. I did burn out for a variety of reasons in City Skylines 1. I will get to it eventually, but I'm not sure if I will try it on release day. Probably. I don't know. Gonna find out when it comes out. Oh man, I'm gonna make this look so stupid. But also kinda cool. Okay, this is a way too large roundabout what I wanted here. Yeah, it doesn't like... When the roundabouts are really small, get really uneven. Yeah, I don't know about City Skylines. I'm somewhat excited, but I'm also a little bit cautious. I mean, I am basically in Workers and Resources because of City Skylines. I really enjoyed my beginning, and then a lot of content got added that felt like cosmetic stuff only, and no real... didn't really have much to do with gameplay. It's always traffic management and how you beautify your city, which I guess I am doing right now, so... Should have probably put the water facility in a fenced area. But we keep that in mind for another run. Or I guess I could put the orphanage in a fenced area, but that feels kind of mean. Looks like the footpath is up. Yes, your constant nagging about not enough tutors in the orphanage is being heard, and I am working on it. It's annoying. How's the bridge? 370 work days for the truss, and then another 150 for the rail line on top. Slowly, very slowly being built. We don't have any steel. I guess I did turn off the steel imports. No wonder if we don't have any problems with money in that case. No, it is turned on. I guess I didn't turn on deliveries for here yet, did I? I did turn that on. Then I guess you didn't do any deliveries yet because you... I have no idea. Load steel. Unload steel. Oh, did I... Yeah, there's no steel here. Why is there so many bricks? I guess that explains that we don't have room for the steel here right now. Oh, we're gonna throw away a bunch of bricks. And our truck is going for more steel, I guess. Unless it's going for more bricks. Nope, no, it's actually loading steel from the storage. And then it'll have to import from the west, but at least we can resume our rail construction now. Why are you complaining? 10% loyalty, 18, 2%, 7%, so 4 more prisoners, I guess. I would assume. Thank you for the workers, but that was not necessary. But I guess you do have the ability to flatten out before the roller gets here. Thank you. Yep. We'll finish that. That will finish this one. I guess all vehicles need repairs at the same time and are thus stuck. So you will have to keep going. As do you. And you. Not sure what the repair truck is doing. The repair truck is kinda needs repairs itself. haven't gotten any workers here because they're also waiting for repairs. I think this whole area has ground to a halt. I guess we'll get another truck for you, so someone else can go and repair. I mean, you were waiting on workers and we're not getting them. Because all the buses are in need of repairs. Okay, then it says repair in progress. You are waiting for repair. Can't move you. I guess I can move you. Go to the customs house. Oh, I guess you're stuck too. Now we have a little bit of a problem here. This seems to have all ground to a halt. I might have to get another bus. And just run that between... I guess I can use you temporarily. Run that between the customs house and the repair station. No, end station. And we've still made money all this time, except this month. This month everything ground to a halt. Okay. I guess if that's the case, then we will add the repair station before the bus platform. Make sure we always have workers in here. Fill up the repair station with as many workers as we need. Yeah, this one is in range, so the trucks don't actually need to drive there. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I hope with the new bus route this will work fine. And I guess you will deliver them once here and then we'll put you in storage in case this happens again. Could have been bad if we had a fire during that time, but I guess it's working out okay. I'll up that to 5 workers, speeding things up just a little bit. Also, one of the repair trucks is now receiving its repairs, which is nice. Okay, things are back to moving. Next research, waste separation, and fire prevention in the civil infrastructure. Guess we'll have to wait until this rolls back towards profitability. The vehicle import was kinda expensive for a microbus, but yeah, just gotta give it time. No more steel from the western border right now, even though it's cheaper. We'll have to build the bridge and the heating infrastructure with our eastern steel. But that should be fine. Okay, looks like we're using about at most 15 cubic meters of water right now. So not too much pollution. Speaking of pollution, we also researched the pollution monitoring station. We'll place one in, well, our town area. And we'll also place one in the heating plant area. Does not fit there. Okay, this looks really wonky now. It's got me really confused for a second. And one over here, just because. We know it's super polluting, but why not look at it? Right against the incinerator? Maybe not. Okay. Almost all the prefabs delivered for this flat. Let's open it up and build it really quickly. And then let's check our heating. Yeah, we can accept that building. But I will build the heating pipes now. Get these in place. Almost got 1,500 citizens. Population growth is going quite quickly. Maybe we'll get our own population count up so large that our clothing factory will be running a lot. Although they are all a little bit far away to work there directly. Only if they don't find any employment and go to the bus stop can they then go to the clothing factory after. Which I guess works out. Make sure that the local facilities are sufficiently staffed. Okay, this shopping center definitely needs workers. This is annoying. Grocery, kindergarten. Go here too. I know you're quite far away from that building, but you have to. Before people start complaining a lot. We also need the heat exchanger. Otherwise the whole heating pipe doesn't make any sense. So many students. I don't think this had any impact on loyalty yet. It's still at 35, which is good. I mean, it is better. I guess the loyalty reduction from people being in prison has been competent. Looks like we're not having sufficient waters most of the time. Probably when I assigned the building to build the next residential building, we had a bunch of escapes again. Let's try and avoid that, I guess. Criminality reduction is really good. So, people should not be criminals if they get released. Or if they are still criminals, if they commit another crime. It's just gonna keep going down and down. Not being a problem. I still need the waste storage over here. I guess that tree's gonna go away. I will probably not put the water purification plant in range, but as I said, that one has its own waste storage internally, which is sufficiently in size. Unless we want to separate the biological waste out of it, I guess, at some point. Then we will need an external storage. Okay, profits went down quite drastically on the western border. I wonder if we're starting with a lot of repairs right now. And thus using a lot of materials. Okay, the dedicated delivery to the repair station might be a bit much. It hasn't been a problem until now. I will take the repair station back out. We're running into the issue where the firefighters might not have enough workers when a fire breaks out. Or that just our industries are not receiving sufficient amount of workers. Oh my god, the smog down here. I know it's just fog, but still. It's kinda cool. I want to start unassigning all buildings from their explicit tasks and see how things work out. The only problem with that could be that no one goes to the bus stop. And we need workers at the bus stop to go to the heating area. So I guess one building would just be sent to the bus stop, whereas everyone else would go wherever they want to. If we had enough workers for everything. 913 workers, almost at 1,000 workers, so things are going up. Still got a lot of saturation of higher education workers, which is fine as long as we have enough. And the orphanage is being built. Which means this orphanage is going to become obsolete. And we remove the complaints about not enough tutors for a bit. Until this one starts complaining, I guess. Open it up. If there are local workers that want to finish building it, they may. I'm not gonna assign a building right now because, well, we could have a lot of escapes again. And right now our crime is not an issue yet. I can reduce the amount of workers inside the courthouse to half. That one will be enough. Oh yeah, and the clinic is complaining about not enough ambulances, so either I build another clinic to remove that, or I build a proper hospital, or I just don't care. Our ambulance is just like very busy, I guess. You also should go get some repairs. I guess you should get replaced, like... Let's go for this one. Wait for it to come back and then we'll replace it with a new one. Sending the other one to the scrapyard. Because we still have automatic vehicle replacement disabled. Alright, there you go, replaced. Might be time to keep that enabled. It's not soon enough to have automatic vehicle replacements just yet, but they will happen fairly soon. Some of our starter vehicles will probably begin requesting replacement fairly soon, in a few years. But they will have to get to 80% wear and tear and break down a little bit before they actually will get replaced. That's a lot of gravel. But it is the longest heating pipe. Maybe. This one seems longer. 10 tons of mechanical components versus 11. Yeah, that one's longer. That's okay. Bridge construction has resumed now that we actually have access to steel again. Not sure why they overfilled the rail construction office with so many bricks, but I guess it is what it is. We don't have an external storage here, so it happens. don't know if we need the boost in population growth anymore. I mean, yeah, we do have enough room, but could be a bit problematic once we start filling up completely. But right now we're doing fine. I wonder if I should just send one building to the bus stop and let them walk to wherever they want from there. Get rid of the orphanage, fire stations, I guess, also important. We'll try it. Get rid of orphanage, fire station, museum, pool, and water treatment plant, and try to find everything from the bus stop, which you can reach everything from here. Let's see if you manage. The bus stop does not have any assignments, except for the school and the university in case people walk here. But yeah, you can't actually get an education because you are not loyal enough. So, back to the orphanage, sorry. New orphanage is up. Let's go to the other orphanage, load the resources from here and start unloading into this building. Okay, let's get another covered hull truck. Citizen supplies should not be slowed down due to fabric imports, which is currently happening. Let's make sure that we have enough. We get clothing, we get meat, all we need is some food. And then we can relocate the children, and I guess the food has just been picked up. So there's only a little bit of meat left in here. I'm not sure if that's gonna get picked up. The truck doesn't feel like it right now. There's some food. And a lot more capacity for childcare. With appropriate loyalty, please. Should be good. Should be reasonable. Moving them towards alcohol addiction, however, is not. Need more workers. Your coffee? Okay. Enjoy your coffee. Once it arrives. Next time I hope we finish up the bridge and then go towards the rail line construction, which hopefully doesn't take too long anymore. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. The bridge itself takes quite a while. A lot of resources necessary for the pillars. The truss, I guess, isn't the worst thing, just the pillars were taking a long time. But yeah, at least it's okay now. Looks like our excavators are all busy. Digging up the heating pipe, sure. Better heating sounds good. Originally I said I wanted the Ferris wheel in here, but I guess that might have been a little bit misplaced. I think this looks okay. everything should be in range. And yes, it is. Except one water well, which doesn't need workers. Still need the local waste storage. Make sure that there's no problems inside the orphanage. It's great how you're relocating parts of the city. Feels like the town is evolving in time. Yeah, I wanted to see how I could relocate the city by making it grow in size and then switching over from the brick buildings to the newer ones. And also fixing the layout a little bit. This area is still a little bit of a mess, but not too much. I think the greenery area ties it better together now, after we removed the building and got it filled in, and this is nice and spacious. New park looks cool. Thank you. And yeah, hello Tillman. Welcome to the stream. It's still a very small town, but since we're done with the challenge, I guess I am back to what I did in the other run, where I tried to make a larger, pretty-looking town. And I'm still experimenting with how to place large residential structures next to small commercial structures and make them look like okay. And I think building these inside a park-looking area looks quite nice. I think the waste storage in front of the buildings also looks okay. Although tucking that in between the buildings might also work. Or having that poke into the park, I don't know. Which did you move? Or was it work only with audio? Well, we don't have any brick buildings anymore. I moved all of them. We don't have these anymore. I demolished all of them and moved everyone into new housing. Then I relocated the workers and the orphans from the orphanage here. I relocated the police, courthouse and prison from this area where the orphanage now is. Any plans for replacing the old orphanage with something else? I just did. This is the old orphanage and this is the new orphanage. Where the old police, prison, etc. were. In its location. Oh, you mean what I want to put here? I don't have a plan for it yet. Nothing planned to move into that area yet. Yeah, no idea. Maybe this one could be a fountain area because of the Hall of Residence and the university surrounding it, but the farm makes it look kinda weird. Move the people to one building to another gives automatic minimum 20 happiness less each citizen. Yes, relocating people, forcefully relocating people lowers their happiness, but it does come back up. It's basically so you can't just move people around if they have problems. So if they have problems that they can't get food, you relocate them, they get food and you relocate them back. It makes sense. Can be more, yeah. Usually they drop down to 40% for me. I think 40 is the minimum. Because if they drop below 40, then there could be problems. It basically puts them on edge. You relocate them, and if they don't like it there, they will move out on the higher difficulty. I do like the normal population growth, keeping your citizens alive, not requiring foreign migrants anymore. Keeps the loyalty reasonable. When you get a bunch of Western migrant foreign workers, the loyalty takes a nosedive usually. Let's allow workers onto that construction site and let people walk there if they want to. It is not that easy. Only 3 big buildings, the old ones to the new big vanilla buildings. Okay. Yeah, I usually haven't upgraded. Usually I like to keep the older buildings around if they look nice, because it looks like an old style town and then you develop a newer town around it. Not allowed to move there till empty. Oh yeah, I mean, I did have to empty them out before I demolished them. I had to build a new building first, then relocate everyone and then demolish the old one. Also for the orphanage. Okay. Usually haven't had a problem with that. Happiness decrease from relocation. Well, the fire prevention will be nice. We do have a better ambulance now. Maybe it was like the ambulance itself was not that great anymore. I guess we also don't have sufficient road clearing in the area if the ambulances drive along the gravel road that isn't being cleared. Maybe one more snowplow? Maybe an upgrade of snowplows here. Let's get one better snowplow and replace the other ones with better ones as well. We only have 2 of those, so let's do it. Get the old ones removed. I love to play with high reaction of people. And we grow up with happiness, but the setup is not easy. I don't think I had a problem with relocating all of the people into new buildings. I don't think I had a population dip from that. Like, I moved all of the people into new buildings. They didn't. I took a building once the new one has been built and moved them all over, and we didn't have a significant population drop. We are having some escapes now, but it's still looking okay. They didn't all happen during relocation. I think that's just a continuous thing now from orphans growing up and having a somewhat low loyalty in our society. But yeah, if you relocate someone who's already unhappy, then you're gonna have problems. I mean, the citizens in here are all mostly happy and loyal, so relocating them once is not a problem for us. It's fine. But if you're relocating people that are already unhappy, they're just gonna do things, I guess, that might not be conducive to what you actually plan on doing. Okay, pollution monitoring station. Do we have the one in the settlement already? Yes. There should be no pollution here. Except, oh, there is pollution. There is a slight tint of yellowish in this area. But the clothing factory is completely green. Do we have a waste storage problem here? Thought our waste trucks would all be sufficient. I should relocate the water and sewage truck. Oh, we already have water and sewage over here. Then I don't need to relocate them, I guess. But I do need to copy the assignments over, so they also get water from this area instead of from the customs house. Better make one per one. No, I just relocate everyone. If they all have sufficient happiness, it'll be fine. You gotta be yeah, but you gotta be careful when they are already unhappy. Unless I'm misunderstanding what you mean. And yeah, pollution over here is disgusting. Significant amounts of pollution and also some at the sewage discharge, but everything far away enough from the settlement to not be a problem for us. Oh wow. The pollution reaches up to the bridges. And it's deep red here. Very deep red. Oh. Where is that pollution coming from? Okay. We are filling up with waste over here. I really hope they at some point add a warning message for that, because it's unfortunate that there isn't. We need another garbage truck. Alright, so this one decided to now fill up with no warning. We'll color you in blue as well. And we'll put you on the task, and you can get right on it. I wonder if that's why we had some pollution issues showing up here with the pollution monitoring station. Didn't know this one was running full. But yeah, with the extra truck they should be able to keep this storage empty, no problem. I thought one truck would have been sufficient, but apparently we're making a lot more waste these days. I guess one truck picking up waste might not be able to keep up with industrial waste being generated by the clothing factory if it's running at slightly more efficiency. Money's going down rapidly. We did have to buy a vehicle for 110,000, so there's that. Check waste overlay if you need more small or big garbage trucks. I was wondering that. I was checking here if waste trucks are still in storage, and there's none. The orphanage is filling up, but that's because this thing hasn't been built yet. This one's filling up, so a small garbage truck is insufficient. But otherwise it's okay, so we only have one waste storage right now that's overfilling slowly. And I do not know if that one was because our, well, intermediate storage was like running full. So I will give it a little bit more time before I make the decision to get another waste truck. But yeah, usually I like getting waste trucks to the point where there's always one waste truck standing around in here. And the large one is already standing around here, so we are good on large trucks. Probably a good idea to get another small one to make sure there's always one standing around. The small one has now also picked up the other waste, and I think it's going to keep catching up again as this one empties out. Would be nice that the porter tell us we not accept more waste than that type. Well, for me it would be nice if these storages could tell you, I'm full, help me. Like other storages tell you, I'm empty. For waste it should be a message, I'm almost full, do something. If you set a checkbox for it. But right now you can't, so it's kinda tricky. And this looks fine, like, this can't overfill, so it will always be green, I think. You just gotta remember that it's an important storage up there. Heating problem. Why is no one in the heating plant? Where are buses? Okay. Faster. Where are the snowplows? Okay, this is not great. This is not good at all. There is still heat stored here, so the temperature doesn't drop quickly. We're still positive, at least. So I guess the heat pumping stations do serve a good purpose. They are a nice buffer. If the heating plant stops working, your residential buildings don't immediately drop down to below 0 temperature, so there might be a little bit of a health impact, but yeah, I like it. I'm gonna use heat pumping stations way more often, I think. Socialist Waste Republic. Okay, we're emptying this one out. That's fine. And yeah, the small waste truck probably is busy all time. It does have a lot of capacity. It was just like carrying 0.12 tons, so it didn't even decide to go to another building. I need to check if this one has a waste storage. Yes, it does. This one has not been built yet. No excavator has been brought here yet. I'm gonna assign the other construction office for foreign workers. Our money is almost out. Again. Steel is expensive. But that section of bridge is almost done. Not all gamers use all recycled productions as they can. I haven't set up a full-on recycling yet. Just bring waste to the border and shower. Yeah, it is easier to do at the start and also cheaper. But at some point it makes sense to start recycling, because there's a lot of material that can be reused. But using these facilities for small-scale recycling doesn't really make sense, because they expect a high volume to actually be profitable, because you do have to maintain that infrastructure. So if you don't make a benefit from it, there's not really much of a point to it. 25 tons of steel left for the bridge, then it's done. Finishing up the waste storage towards the last construction phase. It's a service like food to citizens. It's a service like the technical service, basically. It's another feature after the technical service. It's basically like food to your citizens, but for industries. Reclaiming materials lost. I really wish that the repair station would create materials, because it does eat a lot of materials. I think it could create stuff like scrap metal and other things. Would make sense for it. And would reduce the cost of running vehicle repairs, if you do get a few materials back at least. Oh well. Guess we're also not sending workers to the repair station anymore, but seems like we have enough for now. Could be a bit more. There's no residential building in range anymore, so it's only workers from the bus stop. But we are sending a full building to the bus stop, so this area should be getting workers all the time. If it's not recycled, doesn't matter. It's research citizen. No, recycling does not make people unhappy if they don't do it. You can't force recycling. Recycling is a thing that you should do because it benefits you for reclaiming materials. As we have seen in history, if the people are not educated on recycling, they do not care. They just dump waste wherever. Recycling is a benefit to the government and the industries to reclaim materials. No, I mean, I know that you want it to be probably that way, but I don't think it makes any sense to have it that way. I think it makes more sense the way it is now, where it's optional, but it's beneficial to at some point start doing it, if you grow large enough. If you had to do it right from the start, because people get unhappy if you don't do recycling, it's really tricky because the recycling industry is really costly, and I think it makes less sense. Leave, and you leave too. Leave room for the repair truck. Okay, we're making a little bit of profit again on the western border. I think oh no, the music is still running. It's always that one song that takes longer to end. Well, unlimited credits were also not realistic. So it was a first implementation that got adjusted. Also, recycling in real life is not, it's not realistic that people get unhappy who don't recycle. You can have a society run for multiple, oh god, we're out of money. You can have a society run for a long time without recycling and not care. History has proven that. Recycling is a nice addition. It's not mandatory. I mean, the Soviets also recycled. I don't think they had a green party. But the Americans didn't at the same time. Because they were like, produce, 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 and just discard all the other stuff. Like many nations are, or were, at that point, and still were after. Consumption was where it was at, production and consumption. Recycling was like, why recycle if you already have enough materials? You can just produce more and put the other stuff in a landfill and be done. Man, imagine a challenge where you run this game, but you are not allowed to export waste or recycle waste. All you are allowed to do is put it in dumps. Well, I guess at some point you will have to remove construction waste and stuff. I guess recycling of construction waste and metal is still allowed, otherwise it's gonna get annoying. I guess, no, you could recycle it from the source once you get the research. But yeah, the only way to remove waste would be through dumps instead of incineration. It would take up a lot of space. A contract with other countries. I think a contract system would be nice where you could agree to a certain amount of money for the next few years or so for a resource, either import or export. And then it basically negates any market fluctuations, but it might hit you as soon as the contract ends if you're not prepared for it. Because then all of a sudden all of the market fluctuation comes back to bite you, positively or negatively. Okay, so we ran out of money quite a bit. We need another 100,000 to finish the last section of train track. This one has all the materials necessary, I believe. Well, we just have to wait for it to get across. Limited amount. Yeah, I guess. You get 1 ton of gravel a month. And you have to pick it up, otherwise it is forfeit. That would move people quite quickly to making their own gravel for sure. Already exported all the crops again. Did we get every crop? Or was there a problem? Production? Last year. 3,073 tons. Export last year. 3,320. So, Had a little bit left inside the train, but we did export everything. And yeah, we have a lot of time in between where there's nothing happening for the train, which is fine, I guess. But let's the market price recover. I guess all the building demolition that we did also added a lot to the waste being generated, so can't forget about that. We also dump all of that waste inside the general waste storage. Maybe I should have let the demolition office trucks go to the incinerator directly instead of using the intermediate storage. Bartering system. You get that resource for giving us that resource. I guess. There's a lot of things that they could do with DLC. Right now they should focus on polishing up what they have and going towards release. Oh man, I like the green area a lot. That's very green. This is maybe a little bit too close with the trees, but from the ground it might look okay. Okay, profits rolling back in on the western border, eastern border, not yet. Why not? Don't we not get much for waste incineration, or are we just 2,500? I guess we've just built way too much recently, so lots of money being spent. Big spending. And we are building a ton of steel pipes right now, which are very, very expensive. And they're going to be even more expensive once the last large pipe finishes being dug out. And then we have to import, how much was it? Another 100 tons of steel, another 100,000. Need gravel? No, I'm fine. I am getting gravel. I just need steel and mechanical components once the excavator has finished its long task. 1,000 tons of gravel? Nah, I can't store that here. You don't need to drive gravel to my building, thank you. I'm good. Thank you, though. Do you need 100 tons of waste? If we're gonna start with Angebote, do you need waste for that gravel? Offer. Angebot is offer in English. No, offer. I said, I'm not muted. Maybe it's delay. Offerta. Waste separation research. Almost done. We need the waste separation identification for our population, and then they will start recycling if we put the correct bins out. There's so many children in here. And we have room for about 3 times that. Well, a sale is a specific type of offer. A sale means like an offer where you save additional money. Yeah, sale means it has a I don't know the English word. There's a price deduction. Ein Rabatt. Sail is the general concept of... No, double T, 1B only. Sale usually means special offer. Yes. Rebate is the English word, yeah. Yep, that's correct. Okay, let's teach our people how to put things in bins, and I guess provide the bins. Waste separation will be nice and easy. I don't know if I want to store biological waste yet. I don't have that one set up. But the other materials we can grab. That wouldn't be too difficult. We could make a lot of biological waste from this area. Rebate, yeah, that's right. Wait, is everything hooked up to here? No, only the buildings on the other side. So you have your own waste storages, which it would be annoying setting up waste recycling that way. Can I get you all to go recycling on a large storage at the road? Only 2 of you. But that still sounds reasonable. I would like to use the large storages for recycling. Because of the increased capacity. So they don't need to be emptied out as often. If I start recycling in these bins, there would be a lot of traffic. Alright, time to check the traffic signs again for a bit. Shouldn't be much. That's about it. We do still have some areas that don't have traffic signs, but they are far and few between. Yeah, rebate. They write sale here, or in America. There's a special sale happening. Sale, sale, sale. Everything must go, etc., etc. Oh, okay. Rebate. Yeah, I think they sometimes call it rebate offer here. Yeah, no one uses that footpath. I guess I can't really force you to go over here because there's nothing over here except the university, I guess. Could make you go through that. At least with a footpath through these buildings. And then make some use of this. Yeah, that's called a tax rebate, I guess. Oh yeah, built that train track for a bit. We need to save up some money. I had to take out a loan before you start the next bridge. I don't even know if the next bridge is active. Yes, it is active. And you are going to build it with a lot of bricks and a bunch of steel. US money is going down still. We had to import a lot of stuff. We had to import steel and fuel. and mechanical components all in 1 month, so we lost even more money. Let's hope it stays safe. I'm so happy that I don't have to manually replant trees anymore. I wish I could research that earlier with a smaller technical university. A smaller technical university that could do some basic research, but not everything would be nice. But I guess it is quite restricted with the research speed anyway, at low population counts. Okay, we're almost done digging out the trench for the heating pipe, and then we have to spend 100,000, which I don't have, for construction. You're waiting for repairs? It would be so much safer if they had an external storage instead. Then the trucks wouldn't block the vehicle repairs. And they would get that done more consistently. But as long as not all 3 logging trucks require repairs at the same time, it does go reasonably quick. So how is the waste now, like the pollution? We had a lot of pollution in this area. Was it because the storage was running full? I haven't seen that happen yet. Yeah, apparently it was. So it looks like if the garbage transfer runs full of waste, it also makes a lot of pollution. Interesting. And no more yellow tint in this area either, so looks like we have enough garbage trucks. Seems okay. The waste storage over here has been built. Yep, everything seems to be in order now. Our 1 waste truck is not overly busy. Even had time to come back to the technical service, and I guess it does need a vehicle replacement. We're gonna replace it with an IFA W50, and we will buy a second one because those have lower capacity. Well, we got the largest bridge section built, so we only have a short bridge section left. And then a lot of individual pieces that require more and more steel. But after this one is done, I think the main expense is basically done. And of course the sidings also still need construction, I guess. For running multiple trains, which might or might not happen, probably not. Oh yeah, and the steel for the heating pipe. Let me take out another loan. Let me take out a chunky loan. Pay that one back. That should fund the next bridge and the heating pipe construction. And maybe by that time we actually have the clothing factory running at more capacity. I think I might build a residential building here. Maybe we can force that one to send all workers to the clothing factory. Why are you not continuously doing demolition? Loan our orphanage. We'll unassign you and reassign you back. Will you then empty out your waste? Or do I have to reassign you? Mixed waste. Here. Oh, Vehicle repairs. You are repairing... You are not. Not sure why you're emptying. Don't let them go out. I thought the truck only prevented vehicles from moving in. Guess we'll see. Are you even repairing? No, there's no workers here. Are we running into a problem where we can't send enough workers here anymore? Because we're picking all of them up. No, we're not picking all of them up. With construction slowly being done, a lot of them should be able to go into different workplaces. It's not even repairing anything here. I don't know why it's... There's no vehicle here that is from this area. Not sure why the repair truck is standing around. Oh, now it's going back home. And it's back in. I think the repair truck is kind of stuck. We'll move it back. Not sure what is happening. So you should be able to remove the waste for sure. But you don't want to. What if I tell you to bring the mixed waste to the customs house instead? Then it goes. Okay, so the customs house is fine for some reason. Yeah, no idea. Not a clue. Well, we'll assign it back to the garbage stand. I assume once they have finished one delivery, the rest can go back in the garbage stand. Or I guess I could just assign you to the incinerator directly, but no, the garbage stand should handle everything. Now the downside of all of this now is... Wait, what are you doing? Oh, gravel quarry. The downside of all of this is I now have two vehicles here that are set to wait until fully loaded. And, well, there's only two loading stations, so at some point they could just wait in here and not let anyone in. Maybe I do need a road cargo station to make sure that doesn't become a problem. Or I just drop another waste storage next to it and connect both of them. I don't know if that works, but we're gonna try that. Another one with two parking spaces, basically. And we'll also see if they can push the waste into this storage, basically doubling the capacity, and these ones can pull that out from here. Have a good day, Berlinus. See you. Thank you for watching. They do repair fine at these 3 vehicle stations, but the downside is they wait up here, blocking other vehicles coming in. But they should repair fine. So... now it's repairing this one, I guess. Well, if we had workers it would be repairing it. We need to send more people here. We're picking too many up. They can't get to the repair stations. I made a mistake. Okay. I only want you to go into these buildings. Here, here, here. And that's probably it. And here, I guess. And shopping center if you can't find any workplaces. Basically, I don't want them to pick a workplace from the bus stop over here, and then it was a little bit wasted. So we have them at least fill these workplaces in this area. And I guess there will always be work to do in the clothing factory, so let's unassign the shopping center and put the clothing factory at 0%. So all other facilities are sufficiently staffed. Don't think 2 dumps next to each other will work. We'll see. I mean, usually if you have one building to another building and one vehicle drives in here, it can pull out the resources from a connected building. So just going by that logic, it might not work, because they are basically explicit containers here. But they still siphon them out as if they were like mini storages, so we will test that. Right now it's not a problem yet. We need some repairs. But we haven't been running repairs recently. I assume we have a lot of vehicles with high wear and tear. Yeah, it's starting to pile up and not look great. But we are getting more workers again, so repairs are actually running. Waiting for repair. Yeah, you're actually going down wear and tear, so it's working again. You're waiting again because of not enough workers. No repairs in progress again. Okay. Seems like this is going to work fine. That also means we get a lot of workers in the clothing factory. Very large amount. Let's make sure the scrapyard can have a few more. Prevent unemployment. Okay, repairs should be catching up again. That should be fine. I do have to check on the excavator on the gravel quarry. 57% will basically let you run until you're basically broken down. I'm not gonna go manually repair you, I don't think. We'll demolish the gravel quarry after. Or just leave it there and give it its bit of maintenance. If we need it again, which I don't think. Let's leave that footpath, let's get rid of this road. Yeah, I think maybe a residential building over here that allows people to walk back to these facilities naturally is a reasonable idea. And we have to probably like stay about the same size as the other residential buildings. Yep, that is what I assumed would happen, so no more wait until loading. Just keep going in a circle until we have the other storage set up, and then we'll try. This is going to be a good test. See if it works. If it doesn't, it's not much material wasted. Definitely want to know that. Maybe we could have 2 of these. Yeah, I think this will be the way this is going to be placed. Because there's no windows in between these buildings except for over here. So there's basically empty walls facing each other. Maybe a little bit too crowded. The area is outer edge, lower density. Let's go for smaller buildings. Ah man, this footpath. No, that's... You moved. Saw it. Clearly saw it. I don't think we're gonna fit another building here. It's just gonna be a small one. Or just a single taller building, I guess. I think that's okay. Walking distance. Can't reach the repair station. Because there's no footpath across here. So you have to go down here and then across, making it slightly too far. But I guess that's fine. We're getting enough workers right now anyway. So we just have a few extra workers down here, maybe going to the clothing factory. And maybe dealing with the shopping center if we need more capacity. Yeah, we have enough repair vehicles now. I mean repair personnel. Alright. Sorry, cancel. We have to add this first and then we can remove the other one, otherwise it's gonna be moved into the wrong area. So, I guess we're going to find out if the waste can be pulled out through this factory connection or not. Or if the waste gets pushed into the storage too. I assume it's going to fill up this one before it even attempts filling up this one, but sometimes it doesn't do that. Sometimes it moves it straight to the next building. I would like to... Oh my god, what happened to the road here? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, sure. Okay, waste, and it's transferring, so that one works fine. I don't know if... I assume they will push it passively over here once this one has filled up. If another waste truck heads here, I guess we can move these ones out and see where the waste actually goes. I assume initially it goes in here and stays there. But yeah, this will work for us. Then we have 4 storages basically, or 4 parking spots. And the trucks moving the garbage away from here don't block these ones. So I guess we could also use a road cargo station if we needed more trucks. Instead of the storage, we could have a road cargo station instead. So the delivery space is always free, with trucks being able to move in. And the pickup location could have up to 4 trucks per road cargo station, and you can have a lot of road cargo stations around it. Any waste truck? Maybe? Here's one. Move away, and move away. Okay, so it stores it in there, and then if I go in here after to pick it up, it just gets pulled out fine. Are you full? You are full. Interesting. Okay. I think that's a nice solution for the time being. This area is too messy. I think the orphanage is probably the only change for this area. Are we doubling our population that quickly? Now we have a lot of capacity left for housing. I don't think I need the population growth research anymore. I think that one is probably over. I mean, right now I can still use it. Makes a reasonable amount of sense. Looks like these vehicles were not getting repairs, which has slowed down our money-making capabilities a bit. So I guess we're gonna send all of you into here, so that you may get some repairs. Once all... 15 years, 100%. I guess it's probably too late for you. We're just gonna wait for you to finish your delivery. Actually... Oh, you're going to a repair station right now. Okay. Yeah, that didn't happen before. We just ran full on repairs, I assume. Too many repair tasks have piled up over the time, but we have caught up again, I think. Although that one truck is going to take ages to get here, we can replace it manually. So 100% wear, just replace it. Is there another one? Yes. Supposedly there is. Isn't that the same one? We did not get a replacement vehicle here, but it did count down the number from 10 to 9, and clicking again doesn't do anything. I guess get repairs again and see what you do after. It's fine. So we're getting a lot of workers to the clothing factory now, occasionally, thanks to our bus stop arrangement. We also get enough workers for the heating plant for sure. We can probably increase that amount at some point if we need to. I want some greenery here. I don't know why I'm building so many flats if I don't even have the population for it yet. It's a little bit crazy. I usually put trees everywhere so parks and alleys don't stick out that much. When I started out with the game, at some point what I really like doing is just plastering everything in trees, but I don't like doing that anymore. I like making the trees look like, not that they grew a forest around everything, but they were like planned and planted a specific way. Because towns usually plan everything out. They Some surround like a forest area, and then you have a forest growing in the middle, but even that forest is kind of curated and cultivated. So I try to keep it a little bit on the planning side, I guess. Although I like making a forest area next to my town, and I probably should do that over here. And I like the beaches more. Get a nice forested area on that side. But yeah, I guess we're back to bridge construction. And we already put down all the pillars, so time to use up more steel, I guess. And it is not going to be too much, thanks to the loan. Should be fine. We'll be able to build all of that with the loan and then get onto the actual rail line. Trees help with pollution. My testing indicated that they do not actually do anything with pollution, but I didn't test them recently. I did try use them against pollution, but no luck. Might have to try that again. I'm definitely going to use this in the future, but probably with a road cargo station instead. I think for a large town this will make a lot of sense. So the waste delivery directly into the storage and then a road cargo station to deliver it away. Then I don't need a distribution office anymore, I can just have up to 4 vehicles waiting in the road cargo station. That will be nice and easy to set up. No warning systems whatsoever. I don't think I can put a warning system here somehow. Don't think the dumps have any warning either. Oh well. Where's the construction train? Let's remove a few trees from around the bridge. Just make it look a little bit more realistic. Okay. Maybe that was a bit much, but didn't want them growing right underneath. Anyway, I think I am going to put a cut in here for today, so we're going to continue that at another time. I'm fairly happy with how things are going, and I'm fairly happy with how the town is actually looking. So we'll have to see what we can do to improve the quality of life here even further at another point. Probably a hospital or a second clinic at the very least, but I think we have to fit a hospital somewhere. I'm thinking maybe upgrading this road and moving the indoor pool somewhere else, and then putting the hospital in this place, and the indoor pool could probably go somewhere back here. That wouldn't fit that neatly unless we made a very steep mountain again, but I guess this could kind of work. But yeah, probably the hospital here, if it fits. Easily. And then find a replacement for the indoor pool. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at that next time. So, as I usually say, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We will think about a new challenge at some point. As I said, I might go to a different game for a bit. Or I might just stream random streams again that aren't a series. For just experimenting and practicing my build craft for how to set up settlements. But yeah, we'll think about that when we get to it. We still have a train and a rail line to build. Have a good Wednesday evening, have a good Wednesday afternoon, wherever you are. Take care of yourself, all the best, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.